A few isolated showers and storms will pass through, lows lower 70s. A little more unsettled Friday and Saturday, though, with scattered showers and thunderstorms more likely, highs near 90. For lunch or dinner, come to Guthrie's, home of the original golden fried delicious chicken finger with their special world-famous sauce. Open daily, locations in Trenton, Signal Mountain, and Ringgold. Go get Guthrie's, it's always good. And I'm 1412 Chief Meteorologist Patrick Hoare on AM 1240 Hot News Talk Radio.
Hot News Talk 1240.
AM 1240 Hot News Talk Radio, with your chance to win $124 in cash and $124 in food every week with the Hot News Talk Radio 1, 2, 3 NASCAR contest.
Hot News Talk 1240.
All you have to do is guess who's going to be first, second, and third place in the upcoming NASCAR Sprint Cup race. If you guess it, you'll hear your name live Monday morning at 11:30. Then call AM 1240 Hot News Talk Radio to win. Enter your guess right now at Rick Davis Golden Diamonds, 5301 Brainerd Road, Chattanooga. Wimpy's Restaurant in Soddy Daisy across from City Hall. Diesel Off-Road Technology Soddy Daisy for your four-wheel drive and truck needs. Stuff and upholstery with premium rubber foam. Cell Surgeon, the Broken Screen Dock. And Shooter's Supply, 4824 Hickson Pike in Hickson.
Hot News Talk 1240.
Enter your guesses now and then listen to the race live to win $124 in cash and $124 in food from Chattanooga's official NASCAR radio station.
Hot News Talk 1240.
I love NASCAR.
Welcome to the Art Beat of Chattanooga on Hot News Talk Radio, AM 1240. Really glad you joined us today. We are here with Steve Disbro and Kevin Bartolomucci.
Yes, you did it.
They are from the Improv Chattanooga.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a lot of fun today. Little improv, tell you about some things going on in Chattanooga in comedy and creative theater. So we're really excited to have these guys here today.
Thank you, Jill.
Thank you.
We're happy to be here.
Welcome. I'll have you right up to the mic there, gentlemen.
Not in there? Okay.
So we're going to have a lot of fun today. Going to be a little bit laid back, a little back and forth. As always, Chattanooga rocks, and that's why I'm here doing the Art Beat of Chattanooga, because I love it and I love art. I'm a local artist as well, and you can see my work at vanguardartistry.com. And I'm showing in Chattanooga currently at Ava in their current show. So art is alive in Chattanooga, and it's everywhere, all over Chattanooga. So I'm really excited to be speaking with people from theater arts. Visual art is my thing, and I love it, but all of the arts are exciting. So tell us a little bit about Improv Chattanooga, maybe how long it's been around. You know, I'm not a native of Chattanooga, so pretend I've never heard of this place before, and tell our listener about Improv Chattanooga.
Well, if you've ever seen Whose Line Is It Anyway? Do I have to come around the front? Okay. If you've ever seen Whose Line Is It Anyway, it's sort of like that, except not. We do a thing called long form improv, which is what we focus on, which is where we take a suggestion from the audience and we will go and create scenes that are 15, 20 minutes long. Other types of improv that you might be familiar with, like Whose Line Is It Anyway, are short improv games where you have things like a bell, where the bell, you use the bell to change the scene, and the bell. So as opposed to just hitting the desk, obviously. Yes. So and we teach. So we do 2 shows a month. We do a first Monday show at Barking Legs Theater, which is fabulous.
Every time it makes me want to bark like a dog.
It is a great space. It's run by Copac. God, I cannot remember.
Copac, like Copac. A Copac of dogs?
No. They're a nonprofit that helps artists here in town. And they also run a lot of education programs. That's run by Ann Law and Bruce Kaplan and a bunch of other fabulous people out there. So we have that show the first Monday of every month at Barking Legs. That starts at 8 o'clock. And then the third Monday of every month, we have another show at the Grand Falloon on Main Street. That also starts at 8 o'clock. And those are both long-form improv shows. And we're working to find other spaces to perform in so we can do more shows throughout the month.
Sounds like a lot of fun. So there's more to do in Chattanooga every time we meet more artists and more areas of the arts. There's more and more things to find out about it and do. And I'm sure that this is just a lot of fun, the improv.
Yeah, it's great. And in fact, we also teach workshops, which Kevin basically runs, and I will let him tell you about those now.
All right. Kevin Bartolomucci.
Bartolomucci, yes.
Yeah, our workshops, the beginner's class or intro to improv is what I like to call it, is where we teach you the philosophy, the rules, and of improv. It's a 6-week course, with the 6th week being a showcase. We actually do a show where you can perform for your friends and family. I'm lisping. I have a retainer I'm getting used to, so I apologize for that. But yeah, we do a 6-week course where we literally, in fact, we just began a class a couple days ago with some folks. We limit it to 10 people, and literally the first half of the first class is going over the rules and teaching it, which some of the basic rules are yes and. You know, everything that you and your partner talk about is a gift, and you should agree on what they say. Respect the reality of the scene. Listen, you know, these things, and then we get up and play a couple of games, and that's pretty much what it is from that point on. Once you learn the rules, we kind of get you up on your feet and let you play various theater games, and then at the end, hopefully, you've got a good grasp of improv, which we've been lucky. We haven't had anybody really just totally collapse. Everybody seems to follow the rules well, and we've had some fantastic shows.
Who knew that improv had rules? I didn't. So, so you said as far as the yes and, so it's a very supportive environment, and anything someone says you're building.
People seem to enjoy it.
Yes, and
see what I did there?
What I did there? And so the people are building on what the other person is saying, and your intellectual firing is happening, and your creative juices are flowing, and all this sort of thing.
Yeah. And you said you didn't think there were rules.
There is no spoon.
Oh, there is a spoon. But it's an improv spoon.
Yeah. Should have taken the blue pill. Come on. Yes.
But and these are basic rules to make your scene watchable. Because we try to our concept of improv is scenic work. We try to do scenes. You don't go out and just make jokes back and forth. You do a relationship between you and your scene partner, and hopefully a realistic scene where the audience can relate to what you're doing. You know, you may have a scene between a father and son, a mother and daughter, a boss and the employee, and if you're just making jokes and making puns back and forth to each other, that's not really a scene. That's just getting up there and being silly. But with respect the reality of the scene, if we are unicorns on Mars, guess what? We're unicorns on Mars for that scene. And if one of the actors goes, wait a minute, we're not unicorns on Mars, the scene's effectively over.
You've killed the energy.
Yeah. And when, you know, the audience may have wanted to see this wonderful scene about unicorns on Mars. The yes and thing is another part of respecting the reality of the scene. If I go up to you and we're unicorns on Mars, yes, and you've got a beautiful horn. You know, instead of going,
that's what she said.
Yeah, which would totally kill the scene if you had done that. So there are rules because you're creating theater. You're creating a miniature play. And you like to have a beginning, middle, and end. And to follow these rules, that's how you create these wonderful scenes. Now, the thing about the rules are you have to learn the rules to know when to break them. See, I always put the word rules in quotes because they're not written in stone. They're written in sand on the beach.
So yes, and they're more like guidelines.
Yes, very much so.
Awesome. Great. I did forget to mention that you can tune in and hear Improv Chattanooga being interviewed here today. You can go to Hot News Talk Radio website and see us live on YouTube. You can get your TuneIn Radio app, go to Hot News Talk AM 1240 and listen anywhere in the world. You can turn on your radio and listen. So I haven't checked if we're feeding live on Facebook, but I believe we are. So tune in today. And also, if you want to call and talk with these gentlemen, call 423. Yeah, listen to that. Oh, yeah, they want to talk to you.
Oh, yes, we want to talk to
anybody, anywhere listening can call.
And quite frankly, you really need to go onto the YouTubes if you're near a computer because you have this on the screen.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, you
So-
people just listening have no idea what's going on, but
Right.
those of you watching,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, step into the multimedia here. So 423-800-8949, 423-800-8949, and you can call and get in on this conversation. I also did want to mention Judah Guitars Music Store is sponsoring the Art Beat of Chattanooga, and this is a brand new store in Saudi Daisy on Boy Scout Road and Middle Valley Road, and I suggest you go there because that's where all your wildest dreams come true. So Judah Guitars Music Store, an awesome place to go.
I'm sold.
Yeah. They're really funny there too,
Oh, yeah.
actually.
Yeah, my son's trying to teach himself the guitar. We'll have to, and we live near there, so we'll have to stop by.
It's a great store. It's brand new. So love to support local business,
Oh, yeah.
local arts. You know, that's what we're all about. Is we're local people here, artists in Chattanooga, and having fun and promoting Chattanooga and the arts. So
Yes.
now we have Steve on the other mic now,
Yes,
so you may not
yes.
see him,
No.
but he's going to be jumping in with some things here.
Yeah,
so
I'll jump in.
And we'll trade off periodically.
Yeah, we'll trade off because I don't think the internets can take an hour of Kevin's face. So look at that. Oh my God, that acting. Now you may have seen Kevin. We do more than just improv. We both have regular theatrical experience. I've done a lot of Shakespeare with Shakespeare Chattanooga, and Kevin has done a lot of musicals.
I'm a musical theater
He's a
geek.
musical theater. He can actually sing, which we won't subject you to today, but he's actually pretty good. So you've seen
Stop.
you've seen him as Thénardier in, is that how you pronounce it?
Yes, Thénardier.
Thénardier. Wow, I got that right. In Les Mis.
The Big Bad Wolf and
Big Bad
Shrek.
Wolf and Shrek, yeah.
did you play Shrek?
I did not. I played the
No.
Big Bad Wolf.
Oh, I see.
Had
There's
a
a
little
Big
guy
Bad Wolf.
playing
I've never
Shrek.
seen that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the movie, the Big Bad Wolf was in the dressing gown. He was dressed like grandma. So were you,
And
in,
then-
were you in a dressing gown?
I was in a, yes, I
Yeah,
was.
nightgown.
Until midway through, and then it gets ripped off, and I have a red sequin gown underneath.
Oh, okay.
Lovely. I'm
'Cause
sorry I
I'm-
missed that. I
I'm
hope you have
nice.
pictures
I
or
do
a
have pictures.
video, tube, something.
There are.
Yeah.
There are videos out there.
All right. So there's a lot of funny, cool things going on in Chattanooga. So when's your next show? I mean, you announced it, but you got to repeat stuff because I want people to find you folks and enjoy this.
Yeah, no, our next show is this Monday. It's the third Monday of the month, so we're at the Grand Falloon, which is at 400 East Main. And the doors will open at 7:30. The show itself starts at 8, and the cost is $8. We take credit cards, cash, all that good stuff. Everything except personal checks. Come on, get real. It's 2016. It's a good show. The show lasts about an hour.
Mhm.
We'll play maybe 4 forms, as we call them. Again, they're not really games like you'd see on Whose Line Is It Anyway. We're doing long form scenes. And we'll probably have between 7 and 10 actors on the stage at any given time. And it's just a good time. There are drinks available there. There's a cash bar. There may be ice cream. We just had an ice cream shop open up in the Grand Falloon. I don't know if they'll open up for our show, but there'll definitely be drinks. And it's sort of like cafe seating. It's very laid back, very cool, and a great time.
Yeah, sounds wonderful. So can you guys do a tiny little section of improv so our listeners can understand, and myself, like learn about what it is?
Yes, what we will do is we'll do a quick little game called the ABC game.
We have, let me look here. Yeah, we have time.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what this game is, we'll move to the bell later, which I introduced earlier, but we're going to do a quick little, because this is better for radio, I think. We're going to do the ABC game. What that is we're going to get a suggestion from you, Jill, a single word, and we're going to act out a scene based on that word. But what we have to do is if I start, then I have to start my sentence with a given letter of the alphabet, and then Kevin has to use the next letter of the alphabet. And then we continue like that, progressing through the alphabet, wrapping around the start of the alphabet until we get back to the letter from which we started.
So I don't have to start with A.
No, you don't have to start. Okay, in fact, give me a letter of the alphabet.
Z.
Z. Okay, now I'm going to get just a single word from you, and then Kevin and I will start a scene with the letter Z, okay?
Zorro.
You want us to start something that doesn't start with Z.
Oh,
Just any word, a noun.
okay. Dog.
Zorro, this dog has peed on my potatoes again.
Apparently, you don't understand the concept behind hydration of potatoes. It comes best naturally from dogs.
But pee is mostly poisons.
Can't you think outside the box for once?
Don't you think I already have?
Everybody knows that dogs can filter out all the toxins in their bladder and produce a liquid that makes the potatoes grow.
Filter out? That is the silliest thing I've ever heard.
Get away from that hoe.
Ho, 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 ho. You just hold on right there. I'm going to kill your dog.
I will not allow that to happen today, sir.
Just watch me.
Okay.
Look, you better take that dog and get out of here right now.
Maybe we can make a compromise.
No.
Oh, come on. That's what this whole world's about, compromise.
Please, this world is about gridlock and partisanship.
Quit denying me, man. We've got something great here. We're going to grow some fantastic potatoes. You just have to let it happen.
Really? You think it'll work?
Sounds to me like you're not up on current agricultural methods.
True, I am not. I'm just trying to grow a couple potatoes.
Very well. I will enlighten you.
Well, go ahead.
Dogs peeing on potatoes works well.
Xanthan gum. You should use xanthan gum.
So this is improv, and I'm trying to follow. I'm not following the alphabetical part. So I how does that work? Like you said, you're going back to letters, but where at what point in the sentence are you?
At the first
letter,
the first word
of each sentence.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Well, not of each necessarily of each sentence, because we may say multiple sentences. The first letter of the first line that we say will be the letter of the alphabet.
Okay, so after the but you then that's the letter that you're staying on track with. But that's not. It doesn't sound easy. There was pauses and thinking to.
That actually is the hardest game that we teach our workshop students. It's a quote unquote beginner's game.
Can you opt out of that in the class? Because
no, we make
everybody play.
We make everybody play it, but we don't necessarily make them play it in the show.
And yeah, it is the one that deceptively hard because everybody knows their alphabet, but which I love the fact that that's the game that we play to demonstrate improv.
Should I pick a different one?
Yes.
Okay, so
but
it's all right. Long pauses of silence on the radio are perfect. It's all right, guys.
But they're little tricks, and it's also the pauses are there because the other actor may still be talking. But you also have to kind of run through the alphabet real quick in your head to know what letter comes next.
Yeah, that's what it seems difficult to me I was trying to keep up with you guys, and it was even as an observer difficult for me to follow. Like, okay, how is this working? You know, like the mathematical aspect of following the alphabet. But that's really cool. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah.
So, what else can you share? You know, you said you've both been in theater. Are you involved currently in any theater groups in Chattanooga that we can share?
We
Singing.
we are part of Improv Chattanooga, and there are like 13 or 14 actors in that. Kevin and I are also by ourselves a production company called First Draft Productions, and we do performance art under that name, and we also produce 5-minute play festivals and things like that, although we haven't done one of those in a little while. As First Draft Productions, we also co-host every third month a show called The Floor Is Yours at Barking Legs Theater. This is a show that's sort of a curated, how do we describe it? I forget. It's a curated
variety show.
That's right.
Not an open mic.
Not an open mic. If you're looking to just show up and participate, you can't do that. You have to come out and watch one show, and then you can sign up to be on the list. And we put we give preferential treatment to new acts. So if you've never performed there before, you're going to get a spot before somebody that's been there over and over and over again. But it's anything goes, basically. We don't censor. It's the first Friday of every month at Barking Legs, and that's $5. And that's a really, really good show, really interesting show, lots of different kinds of acts. We have stand-up comics, we have scenes from plays, we have
dancers,
burlesque, singers.
Spoken word,
a lot of spoken word, a lot of poets. And
really, you have poets. That's such an ignored form of our industry. So,
and that's what's great about The Floor Is Yours. If you're somebody just getting into the arts and you need a place, a stage, boom, there it is right there.
Oh, yeah.
So
All you got to do is come see a show and sign up and you're in.
So I can come in there and like read my poetry.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
for $5, come in, visit one time, come back.
Right. Everybody gets 8 minutes.
That's amazing.
And at the end of the show, the way it works is we have a sign-up sheet. So if you're at the show and you want to perform in the next one, just sign up and you're in.
If people go to the Barking Legs website, is this information
Yes,
available there?
It is. And if you're on Facebook, look for The Floor Is Yours.
Floor is yours.
No, The Floor Is Yours.
The floor is yours.
Right. And like that, and then you'll get events and stuff whenever it shows up. But again, it's the first Friday of every month. And the doors open at 7, I think, at Barking Legs.
Yes.
And the show starts at 8.
Can we do something on the second Friday? Because everything's on the first Friday. So, we have the rest of the 3 weeks are boring in Chattanooga. First Friday, you have your options.
Okay, we're talking to a couple different theater spaces about us putting improv shows in there.
That'd be great.
So, yeah, we're really looking forward to expanding that. In fact, I've got to make a phone call today. So
it's growing. This part of the industry in Chattanooga is growing. And I know that I hear they're projecting a lot of growth in Chattanooga in the next 5 years in bringing people to Chattanooga, what they've done in Chattanooga in the last 10 to 15 years in just bringing up the level of culture and beauty, availability, accessibility, the lovely walking bridge between the two shores. Chattanooga is such a gorgeous city, and I'm really excited to have you gentlemen from Improv Chattanooga. I think I'm going to ask these guys to stay for the next half and see if we can do some other games to show you more about improv. And I hope everybody gets out to some of this wonderful stuff in Chattanooga. Barking Legs, the Improv Chattanooga. I'll have these gentlemen list all that again in the second half. And again, thank you, Judah Guitars Music Store, Middle Valley and Boy Scout Road, where all your wildest dreams come true. So really appreciate their support.
Which can be terrifying.
that can be, yeah.
Yeah, those are nightmares. That's nightmares. So, really, that's what this show is about, and that's what art is about, our dreams coming true. So thanks for joining us. Come back and see us in a few minutes, and we'll be back with some impromptu improv on the Art Beat of Chattanooga. I'm Jillian Collins.
Starting over. I'm doing a new show. I want guys who push it to the middle of the table and go over the top. Take a risk, fail miserably. I'm right, and I'm not wrong, and I'll never back down. Conflict works. Allow it.
It's The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Right here and everywhere. Noon Eastern.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
Fox News Talk 1240.
Wow, we're not in Kansas anymore. Check out all these awesome guitars, amps, pedals, banjos, and so much more.
Suddenly, you're transported. You are on stage. Anticipation. Your fans are counting on you. You begin to play. Ecstasy, excitement, artistry and chaos, thundering applause, rock and roll.
Charvel, Gretsch, Supro, Jackson, EVH. Fulfill your dreams. Guitar, piano lessons, and more. Located at the corner of Boy Scout and Middle Valley Road in Soddy Daisy. Judah Guitar Music Store, where all your wildest dreams come true. Call 423-618-9911. Judah Guitar Music Store, where all your wildest dreams come true.
Hi, I'm Adam Disbo, the owner and the head surgeon of Cell Surgeon. Broken screen? You need it repaired now. We can do that. We'll have your phone repaired within the hour. No hassle, no mess, no stress. We love fixing cell phones. Your cell phone has become part of your daily activities. You've noticed your cell phone is not charging properly. It could be a charge port issue or your charger. Come in for free. We'll test your phone and your charger. You have an expensive phone. Don't feed it with a cheap charger. A cheap charger can actually damage your device. Our high quality chargers are affordable. Cell Surgeon, 140 Northgate Mall Drive, right next to Old Chicago Pizza. 423-668-0100. www.thecellsurgeon.com. Please like us on Facebook at facebook.com/thecellsurgeon.
Get $10 off a screen repair. Mention Hot News Talk Radio. Broken screen, phone not charging, water damage, battery given out. Cell Surgeon in Northgate Mall next to Old Chicago Pizza. Check us out on Facebook. Open Sunday. Cell Surgeon. We bring your phone back to life.
Finding just the right place to live can be a daunting task. Stop your search. In Chattanooga, the place to live is Cross Creek Villas for under $1,000 and available for immediate move-in. You can enjoy this 2-bedroom split layout, over 1,000 square feet, 9-foot ceilings, an extra large patio or balcony. And don't forget to ask about their preferred employer program. Cross Creek Villas is a gated community offering a 24-hour fitness facility, a beautiful pool and hot tub, and Cross Creek Villas is pet friendly. Stroll the pet park with your best friend and enjoy the free use of their business center and clubhouse. Plus, if you mention you heard this on the radio, your application fee is free. Cross Creek Villas, close to downtown off of Highway 58. Go to crosscreekchattanooga.com. That's crosscreekchattanooga.com or call 894-0446. That's 894-0446. Redefine the way you live at Cross Creek Villas. Go to crosscreekchattanooga.com or call 894-0446. Cross Creek Villas.
MLS 2239. Listen up, y'all. Ben Phillips Home Rate Mortgage, 805-9100. I'm in the business of saving people money. And if you want to save money, pick that cell phone up right now. 805-9100. I received a call that I won't forget. A family of 5. The husband's a TVA engineer. Financial stress was rising from medical bills and children in college. We lowered their rate, paid off their bills, and saved them $800 per month. Now they're living stress-free. And the best part is this. They're skipping 2 payments and paying off their home 7 years faster. It's easy, and you can do it too. It just takes 10 minutes, 1 phone call to 805-9100. There's no cost and no obligation. So why wouldn't you call 805-9100? Or if you're at your desk like me, get a quick quote at homeratemortgage.com. That's 805-9100 or homeratemortgage.com.
In the middle of our street. Hi, I'm Sabrina with Sabrina Realty Associates. Now is a great time to sell your home. In our area, inventory is at an all-time low, which translates into higher sales prices. Call us today at 423-499-7780 to set up a free consultation and discuss our unique and aggressive marketing programs. We will provide you with a free market analysis to determine the right value of your home. Call us today at 423-499-7780 or visit our website at sabrinarealty.com.
Our house in the middle of our street.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240.
Hot 1240 Hot News Talk Radio with your Hot News Now update. A man who police said was armed and dangerous has turned himself in to police. He was previously wanted after the police say he fired at them during a foot chase and escaped. He is believed to be armed and dangerous and on the run. Well, now Curtis Brown, who's 34, the accused, has turned himself into police with the assistance of a bishop, Kevin Adams, of Olivet Baptist Church. In East Ridge, massive crowds have shown up for the Bass Pro Shops grand opening, which happened yesterday, but the crowds are still there today. There are shuttles taking shoppers from the parking spots at Camp Jordan over to Bass Pro Shops because the Bass Pro Shop parking lot is completely filled up. Traffic in East Ridge, a gridlock. Georgia wildlife officials have been sent out to Lafayette to investigate reports of a cougar in Lafayette, Georgia. They say that cougars have been extinct on the East Coast for many years, but the residents of Lafayette say they've seen a large cat somewhere in the city. It's going on in the Tennessee Valley. It's going on Hot 1240 Hot News Talk Radio.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240.
Expect partly cloudy, hot, and humid weather out there for the afternoon. Could see an isolated late shower or storm. Highs 93 to 95 tonight. A few isolated showers and storms will pass through, lows lower 70s. A little more unsettled Friday and Saturday, though, with scattered showers and thunderstorms more likely. Highs near 90. For lunch or dinner, come to Guthrie's, home of the original golden fried delicious chicken finger with their special world famous sauce. Open daily. Locations in Trenton, Signal Mountain, and Ringgold. Go get Guthrie's. It's always good. And I'm 1412 Chief Meteorologist Patrick Hoare on AM 1240 Hot News Talk Radio.
Welcome back to the Art Beat of Chattanooga, where art lives. AM Hot News Talk Radio, AM 1240. You can tune in on our website and click the YouTube link, Hot News Talk Radio. Go to YouTube, see the feed live right now. You can go to TuneIn Radio app, hear us anywhere in the world. We have listeners even in China. And you can also just turn your radio on, 1240 AM. Listen to the show there. You can also see the feed live on Facebook on Hot News Talk Radio. I'm Jillian Collins, and I'm a local artist as well, here with Steve Disbro and Kevin Bartolomucci.
Again.
I had it the first half. Bartolomucci.
There you go. It's exactly the way it sounds.
So these are...
Bartolomucci.
All right. Mucho gracias. And these guys are from Improv Chattanooga.
Yes.
So all things unexpected
Yes.
and intuitive, intelligent, fun, funny, positive, and supportive environment.
That's quite a high bar, Jill, but yes, we strive for that.
That's totally true.
We strive for that,
Yeah.
yes.
So that's kind of trying to wrap up what I heard you introducing what improv is, and that everything's the but. So whatever you say, you're supporting your partner.
Yes.
You're building together on the creative flow and the intellectual flow of what's happening. And so Improv Chattanooga is involved in a lot of things. Sparking Lakes Theater.
Yes.
The
floor
floor
is
is
yours.
I
Yes.
was thinking, I
No.
heard totally a French floor du jour or
No,
something there.
Floor du jour.
So, there's going to be a lot of fun things coming up, and you have classes, workshops.
Yes.
So let's go back over that for somebody who's just tuning in, and let's tell them what you guys offer.
Yeah, if you would like to learn how to do improv, we have an intro to improv workshop. We just started one 2 days ago on Tuesday, but we've got another one coming up that will start on July the 28th. And that's a Thursday. That will run for 6 weeks. The first 5 weeks are instruction. And then the 6th week is an actual showcase show that you invite your family and your friends to. And you get a cut of the door at the end of the night. So the cost for the class is $75. And if you invite a whole boatload of people out, and your classmates invite a whole boatload of people out, you can get a pretty big chunk of that back at the end of the showcase and offset some of the cost of the workshops.
See, that's awesome, because one of the things we've been focusing on with many of the local artists in town is that supportive environment of you don't want to take their money, you want to promote, you want to help people be involved. So that's another, I just keep meeting artists in Chattanooga that are volunteering, supporting, helping other artists, and I see a really supportive community.
Yeah, both with Improv Chattanooga and First Draft Productions, Kevin and I have made a decision when we first got started. We always pay our actors, even if it's only we can secure food for them or gas money or something. We always pay our actors, and we've done that. We've shot commercials as First Draft. We've done all kinds of crazy stuff, and even if it's just $5 or $6, it's more than most actors in this town ever get paid in their entire career. So we're very proud of that. We will continue to do that as long as we're in charge of things ostensibly. So it's something that we're proud of at Improv Chattanooga and First Draft.
That is great. And then, so it's worse than a starving artist if you're in the acting industry here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because at least I sell my work sometimes, and that's helpful.
Yeah.
Keeps things happening. So you got some shows. You have
First Monday of the
Mondays.
month at Barking Legs. That starts at 7:30. I mean, the doors open at 7:30, and the show starts at 8. That's a long form improv show.
What does long form mean? I don't think I know. I don't know. So the listener may know.
Well, long form is if you've watched Whose Line Is It Anyway, which is most folks' introduction and exposure to improv in America. If you've seen that, they play improv games where you have
or short form.
Short form, yeah, which is called short form or games, and those last between 3 and 5 minutes, and there's usually some gimmick, some hook, like the ABC game that we played earlier, or a game called New Choice, which we'll demonstrate here in a minute, and we'll explain in a minute. But there's always a hook that makes the actors struggle and encourages the audience to laugh at seeing that struggle. Because people like to laugh at people struggling. I mean, remember America's Funniest Home Videos? But anyway, I digress. So long form is sort of the opposite of that. There are rules that dictate how a scene plays, how a scene is structured. But for the most part, you get a single word from the audience, and you go and you build a scene or multiple scenes that may or may not be related, and that whole thing will last 15 to 20 minutes. When we practice, we have practice in our workspace on Monday nights, and we can go an hour with a single scene sometimes. So and the time just flies like that. We don't even know that it's passed usually. And it's just a lot of fun. If you've ever done theater or stand-up, and a lot of us have backgrounds in theater and stand-up. I did stand-up comedy. Kevin did stand-up comedy. Mostly we
well,
do.
you're sitting down now, so is that going to hinder your
No,
performance
that's
for the show? Because if
we're-
you need to stand up, you
Because
know.
we're old.
We're old and
We're very old.
broken.
Speaking of old, do you have senior citizens involved in this process of improv to help their cognitive function? Because it sounds like it's going to support cognitive skills.
Just us at this point. We're the oldest.
No, we actually have had.
Who have we had?
The,
Who's the oldest part? Oh,
Gene and
Gene. Well, I don't think they're senior citizens, but they're older than us, possibly.
But I mean, it does sound like something it would actually for
That's a good point.
a
We haven't thought
senior
about that.
to you know, they want you to do crossword puzzles. This is much more interactive,
Mhm.
and for you gentlemen and whoever's involved, I know that promotes brain health and
No,
brain
you're
activity.
absolutely right. And I should point out that if you're interested in taking this workshop, we haven't really given any contact information. On Facebook, it's just look for facebook.com/improv Chattanooga. On any social media, just go and search for Improv Chattanooga, and you'll find us. We were able to secure that we pop up when you search for us on social media. So improvchattanooga.com is our website, and you can get tickets for the classes there. And but that's an excellent point. We've had people come to us and say, "Do you have classes for kids?" And it's like, well, we would love to teach a class for kids. Generally, we try to have the bottom age there like 13, because anybody younger than 13, they're just too distracted. They're all over the place. But unless they're like a theater kid from like CCA or one of the other performing arts schools here in town, those kids are usually dedicated and they will focus and they will be a productive member of the class. We've made a few exceptions for younger kids or than 13 in some of our classes, but we can never get a group of enough kids just for a kids class.
Right.
Like we need at least 6 to make it worthwhile for everybody. But that's an excellent idea for a seniors class. I had not thought of that.
And actually, with the classes, what we found is there's not a lot of actual actor types that take our classes.
That
We've
is
had
true.
a few here and there, but a majority of the folks that take the class see it as a way to help themselves at work, dealing with people, just out in the real world, you know, talking to people and things like that. We get that a lot. And back to the guidelines, the rules of improv, yes and, listen and respond. Those kind of things, when you bring those into the real world, you would be amazed how life-changing that stuff is.
And that's a good point. We're also we're working to offer improv for business workshops where we've got a woman, Elena Nikolaeva, who is running that for us, along with Kayla Daly and Jacob Moore. I'm sorry, Kayla, if I got your last name wrong. They're working to put together these improv for business workshops, and what that is your business comes in, you bring in 15 or 20 people from your place of employment, and you guys have team building exercises that are based around the rules of improv. And we're booking those now. If anybody's interested, you can contact Elena through improvchattanooga.com.
It would be a lot of fun to get Sab and David, Russell, Eric, all of you guys in there to do improv together with
That'd be
Hot News
fun.
Talk Radio staff, because
And Kevin and I sometimes will sit in and teach on those as well. They're a lot of fun.
I mean, the business meetings are definitely not a yes, but. So maybe we can work, you know, it's just a fun environment. I'm just good joking, but it would be a lot of fun for a corporation.
Yeah, I mean, it does. One of the things about applying, for example, the yes and principle is, instead of, if you've got a coworker that you're constantly dreading when they open their mouth, if in a meeting or any other time, if you embrace yes and, that encourages you to at least listen to them. You know, you have to hear what they're offering you first. And then, instead of just saying, no, that's stupid, or why did we hire you, or blah, 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 instead of saying, stop and focus and say, yes, and we could also do this to maybe fix it.
So you're validating that person. They feel that you've heard them because you have.
Exactly.
So this is something that, I mean, honestly, when I was raising my children, that sort of communication mindset is so important. And even as adults, so many of us struggle with that whole when to listen, when to respond, how to respond.
And those are the two underlying principles. If you study improv, if anybody in your audience has studied improv, you'll hear people like Tina Fey and the girl from Parks and Rec.
Amy Poehler.
Thank you, Amy Poehler. They are of the school, the yes and exclusively. Well, not exclusively. That's their main thing. Yes and is a big deal in improv circles.
So Chelsea, who's, you know, basically my mentor, she doesn't know it, but
Chelsea Handler.
So so she is, I would have to say, would you consider her improv? I think she's not really saying yes and to
She's more-
anybody.
I think
except
she's
her
more of
dog.
a, I mean, she's just an interviewer and a performance artist, I think, right?
She's so
stand-up comic.
Stand-up comic. Oh, that's right. That's
yeah,
right.
she's funny. She's sarcastic, but that's not improv. Improv is totally different.
The thing that she has to do that we emphasize in our classes is, first of all, the most important rule in improv and in business and in life is listen. You just have to listen to people. What is this person saying to me? What gift can I take out of what they're saying to me? And then you respond. It's that simple. I mean, we're doing improv right now. You know, people are waiting for a demo. This is it. We're doing improv. The scene is radio show, you know, and, you know, the suggestion was improv. Old guys do improv on radio show. That's basically
That's what
it.
we'll title the YouTube.
That's-
Old guys
old
do
guys-
improv on radio show.
That is,
Yeah, so you literally improvise every day.
Yeah, everything you do.
You don't know what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Who's got the funk?
I've got the funk.
Okay.
Would you like it back?
Yes, please.
Okay, there you go.
There. You had no idea that was about to happen,
I
did
had
you?
a vague idea.
A little idea that could happen.
But the point is, you go through life every day improvising because you have no idea what the other person is about to say. Now, the difference between real life and performance is we do scenes. You know, we do character work. We do situations that aren't necessarily in real life. Back to the unicorns on Mars thing. And you follow these rules. So that's where we differentiate performance improv and real life improv.
But it can go into the kind of wacky kind of
Yes.
comedy
The thing-
aspect, right?
Yes,
it
it
isn't
absolutely
all
can.
intellectual.
But we tell our students, you know, don't be funny. Don't try to be funny.
Right.
Because the way we look at, the way we structure it is, or the way it is extraordinary people in normal situations or normal people in extraordinary situations. So if you get, you know, if you ask the audience, give me a relationship between these two people, and it's, you know, father and son, well, then you step out on stage and you make you make a decision to be some sort of extraordinary father, like I don't know, somebody, a unicorn. You're a unicorn dad, and then your son hears that, the other actor in the scene hears that, and they become a unicorn son, or maybe they're the son that was born without a horn. You know?
Or to keep it more realistic, the son is scolding the father for something that the father did.
Yeah.
You know, that reversal. So, or the son has done something
horrific,
and the dad's trying to talk to him about it.
Okay, so have you seen Bob's Burgers? Is that's improv? Or I mean,
No, that's scripted. But
Well,
I mean, I'm sure that the actors,
but it
But I'm
feels
sure the writers are improv guys.
Yeah, right.
Because you're going to find a lot of Hollywood.
Oh,
Not necessarily the performers. There's tons of performers, but the support people, the writers, the directors, a lot of them are improv people.
Yeah, it
move
just
into
feels
another
like
medium.
that kind of conversation. It's a little bit witty, and they're very, all the conversation is direct between two people. It's all conversational. There's no real narrative. There's just conversation. So in improv, there's no narrative ever. You're just communicating back and forth.
there's a narrative,
There is a narrative.
especially in long form. I
Okay.
mean, we find, that's one of the things that we do in long form is we find the thread of the narrative.
Here's
that runs through
a
the scene.
basic long form how it would
All right,
work.
we have 6 minutes.
Okay.
So,
All
you know,
right.
let's.
The basic long form is called the Herald. The name Herald. It was named Herald back in the 60s. And what you do is you get a suggestion from the audience, a single word, and then the actors will act out 3 scenes, 3 unrelated scenes, somehow based on that word. Each of these scenes lasts anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes. And the way it's ended is when a scene starts winding down, when the actors on the back line, the actors that aren't performing at that time, when they see a scene starting to die down or where it comes to an end, we do what we call a sweep edit, where just somebody runs across the stage, that scene's over, the actors move back to the back line, new actors come up, and they'll act out scene 2. Same thing, somebody else do a sweep edit, then scene 3. So you got those 3 scenes. And then, from then on, you can go back and revisit those scenes. You can go back and revisit those characters at maybe a slightly different time. And or there may be something in one of those scenes that will take you off on a tangent. You know, maybe they're talking about school, and then suddenly you're at that school with the teacher. And you go 15 to 20 minutes where you're just bouncing around from these stories. And hopefully, as you go on, those 3 stories will intertwine. where characters from the scene 1 and characters from scene 3 will meet up. And then at the 15 to 20 minute mark, hopefully a resolution, hopefully a funny resolution, and then it ends.
Yeah. I'm very, very interested to experience this myself, and I hope that a lot of listeners go and see this improv and Barking Legs, and the floor is yours.
We don't actually do improv generally at the floor is yours. That's our performance art.
That's a performance art. Okay,
Yes,
I'm losing track. You guys have so many things going on. It's fantastic.
We do some stuff. But actually, a lot of that is improvised.
Yeah, sometimes we don't know what
we'll just have a base idea of what we're going to do and go out and do it.
Every day feels like
times when we've just gone out with nothing and let the magic
We
happen.
played chess for 20 minutes one time.
Oh, great! Yeah,
and just told stories about our lives and. It was just, we saw a chessboard. I saw a chessboard like 10 minutes before we went out on stage and, hey, let's play chess. Yeah. And people loved it. It was
That's awesome.
Because we're telling real stories back to the reality.
Yeah.
You know, if you do stuff that people can relate to, where it resonates with them, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's a lot about real connection and real communication. It sounds like
more so than the wacky.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why we tell people don't try to be funny. Because the funny just naturally falls out of this stuff.
Yeah, just be real and it'll happen. The creative energy produces its own energy. Yeah. So that's can you do like a 1 minute funny improv real quick for us?
We can do. You want to do new choice?
Sure.
Okay. This is a game called New Choice. Occasionally, Kevin and I are going to act out a scene. Occasionally, Kevin will ring the bell, and whoever was talking last will have to make a new choice. Probably me.
We have 3 minutes. So
3 minutes. Okay. So
total. So let's try and make it 1 minute or so.
And I'll ring the bell?
Can try, but I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay,
I'll mostly ring him.
Okay. Just remember, make definite statements. Don't ask too many questions. That's the key to this game.
How about if you guys do it for this time?
Okay, we'll do it. Okay. So give us a word. Any word. Give us a word.
Spaghetti.
Time to eat, dear. The spaghetti is ready.
Does it have the meatballs? Does it have the oregano? Does it have the cheese whiz?
Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. It's half cheese whiz, half onions, and snails.
Oh, I love the snails.
The snails are the best part, you know.
Although they do give me gas. They give me shingles. They give me bad dreams.
Ooh, bad dreams. Not like last night when you were thrashing around and when you were moaning and groaning and when you wet the bed just repeatedly. Oh my God, not again.
I dreamed of the ocean.
The ocean?
Yes.
You mean the Red Sea?
No.
The Green Sea? The Blue Sea? The sea that is Elizabeth Taylor's eyes?
Yes.
Oh, that's my favorite sea.
Yes, Violet Sea.
The Violet Sea.
It was a violet sea. It was a violent violet sea.
Was the wind thrashing? Was the wind blowing? Was the wind made of cheese?
Yes, cheese whiz and snails. And then I woke up covered in my own water.
And scene.
Very good. Yay! Very funny. Very funny. Fast moving and fun. That's great. Thank you for doing that. Giving us a real glimpse of
like the drummer singing a song right there.
Yeah,
I'm so used to ringing the bell. I've never played and rang at the same time.
We need 2 bells.
For the radio. See, I'd have to understand when to ring it because I'm still trying to figure all this out.
The thing is, you ring it when the other person makes a definite statement.
Okay.
So if somebody asks a question and you ring the bell, it's like that really doesn't work very well.
Are you sure you don't have to be an English major to come to improv? It's a lot of rules.
No, but one thing we do tell our students is play at the top of your intelligence. Do not assume that you need to talk down to the audience because they're a lot smarter than you think they are.
And also what you just said, some of the things we're doing here confuses you. You're having a hard time following. That's why we have the classes. The first class where we go over the rules is always the hardest class because so many people come in with these preconceived notions where, hey, I'm funny, I'm going to rock this, or I have no idea how to do it. But once you learn the rules, it almost becomes mechanical. Once you learn the rules, you can and get good at it, you can literally play anywhere because everyone learns the same rules.
So you can actually start using improv as you improvise every day of your life anyway, as the universe throws life at all of us very quickly.
Totally.
Really have enjoyed meeting these gentlemen here from
Improv
Chattanooga, connected with Barking Legs Theater,
the Grand Falloon,
and the Grand Falloon.
Yep.
And
let me plug our show one more time.
Yep, we have a couple seconds.
Okay, this Monday night, 7:30 doors open. 8 o'clock showtime. The Grand Falloon, 400 East Main Street. $8 ticket. If you come in and you say chemtrails made me gay, you get a $3 discount.
So that's it. Chemtrails made me gay. You're going to
Chemtrails
get in
made
for
me gay.
$5.
$5. You
Monday
cannot beat
night.
that.
Thank you
show.
so much for joining us on the Art Beat of Chattanooga, where
made
art
him
lives. Judah Guitar Music Store, Middle Valley and Boy Scout Road. Visit them where all your wildest dreams come true.